I'm Lisa Deems. Anyways, hey, is it backwards? It looks backwards.
No,
No,
it's
right.
frontwards.
Oh,
We got you.
it's backwards to me anyways. All right. Hi everybody. Thank you for coming tonight. I'm so excited. We have Jess talking to us about water-soluble pens and her fabulous art. So I'm excited about that. But I want to tell you, we have 5 upcoming events, and actually we have a couple more beyond that. So we're going to be posting November events probably within the next 2 weeks. I'm going to try and do November and December. But right now we have September and October. And let me tell you what they are. I'm probably going to send an email out to all of you. I mean, we've already posted on Facebook and on Instagram the list. And if you've missed those, let's see. Wait a minute. I have the list here someplace. Here it is. Hold on. Okay. So this Saturday, 2 days from now, Caffeine and Octane is at the Avenues Mall, and you're going to have a great chance to sketch some fabulous vehicles. And they are there from 8 to 11 because the mall opens at noon. So we'd like you to be there at 8 so we can meet up and make a plan for when we're going to do a throwdown. We'll probably just do one throwdown at the end, and you can wander around and sketch what you want. There are motorcycles, there are trucks, there are cars. There's a lot of things there. So if you're not sketching a lot of cars, it is a wonderful opportunity. So please come. Sunday, September 21st, we're going to go to the Avalia Antiques and Interiors, which is on Phillips Highway. They don't open till 11, so you don't have to get up early. It's from 11 to 2, and they have a lunch counter or something there. So
They have like a little coffee shop.
yeah, so that's good.
Cafe, you can buy food and pastries, stuff like that.
So it's still inside, so hopefully we won't be too hot, you know. October 4th, we are going to the Greenhouse Bar, and this is a really cool little bar, and it is exactly what it says. There's a little greenhouse in there. They sell plants. They have all kinds of plants, and we're going to be there from what time? 9 to 12. They do serve coffee and breakfast things, so it's not just a bar. So that's kind of cool. Tuesday, October 14th, Magic Beach Hotel. Come and sketch it before it's gone. It's we're going to be there from 9:30 to 12:30, and we're going to hopefully capture it before they tear it down. So
I hope turn it down while we're watching.
Oh gosh, I hope not. And then Sunday, October 26th, the Lone Sailor and South Bank sketch. We're probably going to be moving around on this one because there's a lot of great stuff to sketch on the South Bank. Looking across the river, you've got the whole skyline. There's boats there. There's a lot to sketch. And we are going to do a lot of sketches. And I hope, Chris, are you going to that one?
I'm going to put that one on my calendar for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I hope to get you there because you can keep us going and get us really sketching on something like that for sure. I want to tell you, November 8th, Porch Fest is coming. This will be the 4th year we do Porch Fest, Jamie?
Yeah, I think so.
It's the 4th year we do Porch Fest. It's a blast. So if you can come, it's really a lot of fun. We try to meet up. They have a shuttle that goes from is it FSCJ?
FSCJ parking lot.
Yeah, parking lot. And it's a perfect place to park because it's nice and safe. And then you take the shuttle and you don't have to worry about it. So, and the shuttle's free. So, we usually meet at noon time. I'll probably put a little bit more of information before, well, you haven't got it yet anyways, but I'll put all the information out there and where we're gonna meet and whatever. And if you don't make it at that time, just come in at another time and you'll for sure run into us. We're not too formal because everybody likes different music. So go and listen to the music you like and sketch where they are because it's fabulous to listen to music like that and sketch.
It's a great day for sure.
Yeah, it is really a great day. So put November 8th on your calendar, please, because it's a lot of fun. Anyways, I can't say enough about Jess Shippey. She is such a wonderful artist and she's really giving of her time and she's helpful to you if you ever stop and talk to her. She really can help you and her I hope she shows us a lot of her work before she gets us sketching, but everyone she's been a member of our group. How long you been a member? Since the beginning, haven't you?
Pretty close to the beginning, yeah, not too long after.
Right. So hopefully you've had a chance to sketch with her and you'll sketch with her in the future. But tonight, Jess, I'm gonna hand it over to you. Thank you so much for doing this. We appreciate it.
Thanks for inviting me. I appreciate it. Hi guys. All right. So I am showing what's kind of my oldie but goodie, and I have two featured things tonight. I will show some sketches, yes, Lisa. But one, I don't know how many people actually followed the prompt and got one of these guys here. This is the Tombow. It is the lightest one. It doesn't have to be the lightest one, but I actually use that as kind of a cheat code. And then I also got the Elegant Writer. That is the other. Do you have me featured talking, or I've actually got the
I think
other?
I do.
Too?
Everybody
Okay.
tell me if she's spotlighted.
I'll show it here then. Sorry, I'm showing it on the other screen.
There you go.
So this is the Elegant Writer. This is the kind of my cheat code. I'm lazy. I like to get a lot of shadows in fast, and so this is my like first cheat code. Actually, this was my old cheat code. This is my new cheat code. So I'll show you a couple examples, and not everything I do does have that particular cheat code. Can we switch to the other camera?
Yeah. Let
Thank
me
you.
on that. Hold on.
What size Elegant Writer do you have?
I honestly don't care. This one just happens to be 1.3 millimeter. I usually buy the 3-pack, which usually has the 3 different sizes, but I tend to.
Your desk is highlighted.
Oh, cool, perfect. To get this one is 1.3, but it's not necessarily my favorite. If I have to pick, that hurt. A little thing snapped on me. If I have to pick, I think I like the 1 millimeter. But the 1, the 2, the 1.3, those are all fine. The 2 can be a little big, but the newer they are, the juicier the tip is on them. So, this is just a couple examples, and not everything in here is going to be using necessarily. This is just some stuff I have, but some of these little edges, you can't ever see them again because I'll have started just some of this in, and it's a good beginning and ending thing to use the Tombow. And the reason I say that is I like to go back in with the Tombow and a little bit of water and just kind of throw in a little bit of shadow. And it's really great because it just gives me a little bit of subtle shadow. But these are more paintings I've done with the Tombows almost exclusively. And I usually start with the really light marker and find all the dark spots. And from there, sort out where I'm going to go back in darker and darker and darker. And then the pen and ink stuff is not necessarily a good example, but this would have been a good spot for me to take this and go back in and, find some highlights and some lowlights and like find those spots. But I also, again, use a couple different markers for that. But it just gives you that little bit of extra something. This is the only plant I haven't been able to kill. Obviously succulents does great, but this is when I was recovering from a surgery. This was on my back porch.
Is that done with Tombows?
This was mostly my this guy here, and then I ink it, and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I chase the color bleed, and sometimes I like it to just kind of be dragged in to darken areas. So this was done in this, but in this particular case, you can only see a couple hints of where it did its bleeding, and I'll show you. I'm going to show you a couple things with this pen so to play with. But yeah, the purple and teal bleeds and the slightly fuchsia bleeds, that's its trademark and what I love about it. Obviously just some pen and ink, a little less what we're talking about tonight, more surgery stuff. This one here was just plotting it. Obviously it's a little bit more of a cartoon vibe, but it was a real truck, but I kind of liked the foreshortening I got on it. This was Tombows and then went in with some of the darker colors after. And yes, you can use Tombows as the full drawing. This one doesn't have as much that you can tell, but I did use that light one. Again, you won't, that's what I love about it. It kind of disappears. I used the super light one to try to get this perspective of this car correct. And then switched over to pen and ink. And really, there's only a couple spots that you can still tell that it was in there. But again, it's such a light one that it really does just help me kind of establish those shapes first.
Now, don't they make the Tombos in other colors?
Oh
So
yeah, the show you. I've got this here. I call this my meatball. This is everything I usually try to bring, and it's call it my meatball because it's loaded. So my favorite ones, these three are more of an alcohol marker base. So those are if I don't want bleeding. And there's a super light one that it goes here, but I took that with me, so I think it's in another bag I packed. But yes, the super light one is still my cheat code for a lot of things. I'll use it if I'm doing a gouache painting. This is just 3 different tips. Black ink. Don't want to bump my camera. And yes, the Tombos, the gray set. Love this thing. I can just take this out sketching. I can tear this out if I want because it's all Velcro inside of here and bring these with me. I have the lightest one sitting over here, but there's 2 light ones. There's a very warm light and a very cool light, but even these, you could sit there and establish your values with just like 3 of them and do your own no-tan. And I've been known to do a no-tan sketch. I think Lisa went with me one time to Arboretum and we did that.
Yes, we did.
Yeah, and then you could just use ink to throw in, all the details. But I love these things. I love them for just getting some quick info down. If you guys just want to see what else I keep in here, these are little water-soluble pens. I like to go in afterwards and maybe just kind of outline things in colors that maybe don't really exist, but teal and orange tend to be my favorite, just a signature for me.
what brand is that? What are those?
Like, these I think
I've never seen
are Sakura, maybe. Oh man, trying to see. Tiny print, tiny print.
Oh,
I can't. Oh, Stebelos. That's right, Stebelos.
Oh,
Stabilo.
it's the
However you-
pillows. Yeah,
Yeah,
2 of
and
those.
these bleed too. And I've created some pretty cool. I'm not sure where that one is. I've created some pretty cool art just drawing with these and letting them bleed as well.
yeah.
The brown ones are really fun because these ones actually bleed brown, the Stadlers, and it's the same kind of pen as these. And when they bleed brown, it's kind of a nice way to just apply some water. And then these are, again, alcohol markers that do the exact same thing, more grayscale. Again, I love my grayscale. But alcohol markers, again, will do really well with ink and not bleed. But the Tombos I like because they kind of fluff out the edges. And then I carry watercolor pencils because if I do watercolor, these are really nice to make like little lines later to just outline some things and get a couple little highlights. And these light blue ones are really good to establish if you really are just chasing some perspective. Those light ones are really good to chase as well. And then I think just some bonus. Hey, more of these. Gotta have them in everything. And a sketchbook fits in here. So I love this big old thing, a sketchbook, a bunch of water pens, some, brushes that I don't care as much about. So I shove them in here. And then I have a whole sketchbook in here. and an entire watercolor palette. Pretty cool for one.
Yeah.
That's a heck of a meatball.
That's why I call it a meatball, because it's literally, I usually keep this one in my car. I don't know if I have any art in this thing too much. I've done a couple things that, yeah, that's purely with the Elegant Writer.
Hmm.
And you can see it bleeds. I lost one of my lights. Sorry, guys. I had way better light in here, but one of them, the battery died. This one I haven't done a whole, yeah, I have.
Oh, yeah.
Those are nice.
Hmm.
Really go through this one too. I was looking for another sketchbook that I had done more stuff in, but couldn't find.
And Jess, that's your Tombow with your water pen?
This is the, yep, this is
Yeah.
the, again, you can just see a couple spots where I
Yeah.
cheated. There's remnants of it, but for the most part, I used it too to get this drown, because the Tombow does have a fine tip on it on
Mhm.
one end, and it has the big fat tip on the other. And I used it to, while you can see a little bit of it there, I used it to create a lot of, where everything is. And then I used the Elegant Writer to create that darkness and bleeding. And that's my favorite part of it, is it just, the nature of it just going everywhere.
Mhm.
Some of these are quicker than others. Some Notans. This was when we all went to the mall. Well, yes, we sketched the Orange Park Mall. So, but again, the colors, I don't know if they're showing as well. They look a little more black and white here.
You
The
can see it.
colors, yeah, the teal and everything down here is trying to get to the bottom. Is what I like about it. And then this was almost entirely Tombows, using more the warm palette, and then going back in with some watercolor to try to keep it as a very simple palette. But those Tombows are really cool. And I used, again, the light ones to start for stuff like that, to try to figure out where everybody's at. I think I redrew this person because they moved and left like 3 or 4 times, but it's cool because then you just almost have like, they just sit over top of it, and it's not a big deal if they do. But if people come and go, you can almost overlap them a little bit for a style. And then this one.
Oh, we had lunch there.
Yeah, that was a lunch day. I don't know. I was trying something with some bold markers. It wasn't my favorite. These are a little less of the water soluble day than me playing with colored inks, more colored inks. But you get to see some of my other
Wow.
art.
Very nice.
Thank you. This was an airport waiting for my flight.
That's great.
Thank you. And then this is more of me trying to use that water soluble ink at, guess where? You guys are going to be Saturday. This is what you can sketch. I actually really love how this guy's leading into it. It was kind of a perfect little, like, hey, look through my hood.
Yeah, your
That was an
composition
accident,
is
obviously.
great.
Huh?
Your composition, the composition of this is just so neat.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Yeah, that was an accident, but it just looks like it belongs there. It's a big rust mark on the hood. Don't tell him his car was immaculate, but you don't have to know that. So, and then I think I was sitting next to Jamie. We were both admiring the same truck at the same time. But I
Yeah.
truly give the little Tombow. I was having a hard time with vehicles, and it helps me get things established. It helps me get perspective. It helps me put, and again, you're seeing some of these little lines here. You don't see them when you're done. They're just, I'm hemming and hawing about it, but it really does help me figure out where things go. And this is Ortega, what's the name of that park?
Stinson? Is that Stinson Park?
Yeah.
Vincent Park, yeah.
Yeah.
We've been there a couple times.
Mm-hmm. And again, that's all Elegant Writer. That's my favorite part about it, is just letting the water just kind of go on once I've drawn it all out. And again, on the same day, I'll do this one page and this the other, because that's me. I can't decide what I want to do. That's why I carry a meatball with me.
Mhm.
And this is St. Augustine, Avila Street. There's the plum. That's the only reason I know what it is at that moment. I think that's it for that one. And then a couple spots where I've probably put more. You started to see this here. This one is kind of crazy. This is the Ravine Gardens. I wanted to do mostly watercolor, but I did the entire drawing in Tombow first, and then I went back over. And as the clouds and as the sun kept changing on me, then this didn't, I could kind of blend it into the water and change it so it wasn't quite as, the light changes and you keep changing your shadows.
Yep, yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And here's kind of an in process. I didn't get very far into it, but you can kind of see where I'm using my Tombow.
Oh, really like that. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
exactly what I was talking about today. This is the thing
Yeah.
that I've started getting more and more into using that as a way to establish. And this is the drawing. I left before something happened. Either it was raining or I left or people joined me and I just started talking to them. And then this is me hanging out at a coffee shop out at the beach at Atlantic Beach. And
Wow. Very nice.
this guy here, you can see a couple of the little Tombow. You can see where I drew it all right there. Those establishing marks helped me pick where everything should go.
Wow.
When I felt like committing, I threw the Elegant Rider on top. And again, the colors bleed really lovely when you get it really wet and juicy. I got caught in the rain here, so this is
Cool. Look at that.
this is also another rain, another caffeine and octane day. But when it started raining, this only thing about water soluble is everything shows. And this is a couple hints you can see of the Tombow where I've used it to establish that tire, which is hard. I have such a hard time drawing wheels and tires, and establish the shape of where everything should go, and then started to come back in with ink and try to get a little shot of just my truck in the inlet, getting the tide going in the inlet. A couple shots of the darkness there. And I use it a lot with color as well. And this was that one little
Pretty.
place we went. I can't remember where it was. I know how to get there, but I don't remember what it was called. It was like a little shopping mall with a lake in the middle of it. It was really pretty. Now it was the view across the lake. And in this case, I used just the watercolors, pencils that I brought to just put some colors in rather than the watercolors themselves. Same thing there. This was all Elegant Rider with a little bit of the watercolor pencils in there that kind of helped me establish some things. And then this one was almost entirely Tombow with a non-soluble ink. And that was the same place, but looking instead across the water, looking down to the left. And my truck keeps making a couple appearances there. That's all I've got for those. But anyway, the one thing I was going to show, if you guys want to play along, was just how I really use these to get things started. So I was going to show, and you can draw along with me if you want, just a typical pen drawing. So we sit there with a pen. Oh, let me find one that doesn't have a fat tip on it. Oh my goodness, these are all fat tips. Oh well. So like, let's say I want to draw this tube right here. If you want to draw along, you can. You draw what you see, you do the quick little. And so this is a non-bleeding ink, just an example of what you'd maybe start to do on your own. And then the extra and the wrong lines are still going to give you the character, and that's fine. So with this, not bad. There's some shadow there. All right, and then you'd bring color into that or ink into that and start to try to establish all these. I'm a fast artist, so what I like about this is I can now, instead of doing this, hopefully it shows up because I'm using a very pale color, because now I'm putting all the I'm like, oh, I want to actually stick this guy out further. So and I've kind of put in some of the character in it too, not just the thing and the shadow as well. And I've given myself a baseline of light and dark, not just a baseline of the outline. So now if I go back in with the elegant liner. I feel like I've gotten a little bit more of the story. And this guy's got a little squishy spot right there that's got more. And to me, this one just feels a little bit more, I guess, correct. I don't know if that makes sense.
Mhm. It does.
Yeah. And then when I go back in, obviously I'm doing a little bit more in this one with this because I know that I'm going to pull some of these colors off of this. So now if I take a wet brush, and I'm just using a little Princeton round number 8 and some water. And here's where this stuff pretty much shines. I'm just going to get in here and get that wet and get that shadow wet. I feel like I've gotten a lot more character in almost the same amount of time. So that's kind of the difference between, I don't know, I feel like
Wow.
the same minute or two. I don't know, I didn't actually time myself, but that's what I really like about the Elegant Writer. And then, so I used a non-water soluble for this, but the other thing I really like to do is if I draw something with a strong outline, I went back with the Elegant Writer this time. I like to use it and get it really juicy wet. So you get it really, really wet and then blot it. You get a lot of really cool, that's where you get all those little like color variations.
Oh.
So it's that purple and that pink tends to come out more when you do that, or if you really just let it bleed and let it dry down, you'll start to see some of those other colors occur. But anyway, that was just kind of my little demo of how I use these. I didn't know if anybody had any questions.
Very nice. Those
Yeah,
turned out
that's
really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I like the colors that the water brings.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the best part is that's the really unpredictable thing. And sometimes you can try to chase them by blotting, and sometimes you can just let them go. And then I'll usually go back in with something water soluble if I want to maybe just put in something that I don't want to, you know, change or bleed. And you can draw into it wet, but it tends to do like that little spread thing. And you can see there that it's doing, which is okay if you want to chase that. But the cool thing about it is once it gets wet and dries down, if I re-wet the dark lines or the inky spots, it actually becomes permanent by getting wet. So it is, some people actually take and chase it on purpose, but they might draw something, and I'm just gonna draw maybe a third one of these. Oh, wrong pen. And you know, draw. And then a third way that some people like to do this. I don't chase it as much because I've only had like maybe a couple times where I think it did something interesting, but hang on, I put this far out of reach. 1 second.
Turn off the alarm.
I put it to spray some water, but spraying water. So I'm gonna try to hit that one spot only.
Oh, wow.
Whoa.
Talking about come alive.
Yeah, definitely,
It
definitely
is Halloween.
play with it. Yeah. And I've seen people
Wow.
do that. And I obviously for something like this, probably not, but maybe. I don't know. It's
It's
kind of cool.
fun. Yeah, I wouldn't
That's
touch it.
neat.
But if you were doing like, trees or if you're doing
Yeah.
a forest, you can see where this becomes really cool. That's where also when you see things where like rain can also do some stuff on it. You can try to manipulate it a little bit, but for the most part, you've got a lot more character in it. So it's just good to know that it does that. Again, it's way better for when you're doing more natural stuff. So I think tonight, the first one, the one I'm the most intrigued in was doing this guy here. I don't know how much time we'll have because I think we were just trying to pick between which ones we had. That light. I apologize. I don't have my normal light situation going on here. So, I don't know.
Where's
It's like
the location?
this is a place called Rich Loam. So when I go off-roading, we found these really vintage places over in Ocala National Forest.
Oh, wow.
And that consists of the Withlacoochee. We call it the trifecta. And it's Rich Loam, it's citrus, wildlife management, and the third one always escapes me. I drove through all three of them, but I can't remember where they are.
Wow.
But this little general store is nestled deep in the middle of it, and it's a cool little place. I'm kind of torn between doing this guy, and the place itself, but I almost want to do this one. I don't know. What do you guys think? I was going to try to maybe do more than one, but I think maybe I spent more time chatting and
That's
playing.
okay. What you were showing us was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. And the
Thanks.
demonstration was great.
Yeah. Anything with a flag in it has got to be good as far as I'm
Yeah,
concerned.
I think this one, I think we do this one. Let me see if I can get my light to stop being weird. I want to put it on the art, but not on that there. All right, I think that'll be good. Yeah, we'll do that guy. I agree. So I don't know if you guys have these pictures downloaded and want to paint along. I was hoping you would.
Yep. Yep.
Want to see what everybody creates, but if you've got your water soluble, I think the goal is to, in my particular case, and I'll do one more little sketch here. I think what I like to really explore on these particular things is just for this guy over here. See, I'm already doing it out of the work because I'm like, no, I don't really know if I like that way. Yeah, and work on these together. Check it out if you use them together. I meant to show you that too. When you use them together, because this is a water soluble product as well, it typically will bleed that color. So if I'm drawing this guy here, and I kind of want to establish the lights and darks, it picks up that color. So you can kind of use it as as an ink as well. And it'll start to lighten back up as you get closer to. But again, I'm using this mostly to figure out that's the darkest spot over there. And then that's going to be dark here. We'll let that guy. So that's kind of why I cheat with it. And this one I went a little heavy and quick before I really did figure out what I wanted, but it does help me get everything, I think, figured out. And that little side is kind of a nice little cheat, especially for like these flags here. And I can fill that all in, but when I go to actually color it, if I really want to chase all the stars down, then I've got a head start. I don't know, I keep going. This was supposed to be just a little like by the way, but and so see, I've kind of got like just a little mini sketch of what's going on. And haven't
Right.
really established it. And then I start to use that to slow down. You're like, okay, so that's there. That's going to be like that. And I have every bit in the world to thank of the sketch group for speeding me up, because I have my whole life been an extremely detailed artist, slow and every little spot has always been my favorite thing to do. And I actually enjoyed that part of it, but they will put you out in the zoo and say, okay, you're in the middle of a ton of foliage, you've got 30 seconds, you're like, you have what now? And you're sitting there trying to figure out what you're going to do, but by then they're telling you your time's almost up. So you just do it. And you start to realize that you did better than you thought you were going to do. And why in the world have you been doing all that detail this whole time when you could have been doing, you know, such cool stuff that has way more character than all the detailed stuff that looks exactly like it. But check out that cool squiggly line. Well, that's kind of cool. So the Urban Sketch Group, I don't know if anybody's new to it or if it's a bunch of established people, but best thing that's ever happened to me, especially when I wasn't motivated to paint and draw all the time and oh, I got to do a piece of art, I got to get my studio set up, I got to get all the pastels out, I got to get, and instead it was more of like, oh, I could just, go hang out for a couple hours on a Sunday, sketch. I now have done something constructive and creative, and I don't feel like I completely lost, my day. I don't feel like I've overwhelmed with the idea that it was such a short little trip, and the trip is over, and I've got a little something in my sketchbook to be proud of, and I can continue to keep my art juices flowing. So in some cases like this, or this background, and this is what I was starting to draw, but I did still start to get a little more detailed than I normally would. I'm actually liking how dark it is in the back there. So I want to use the edges of this to be the fodder, so to speak. So I'm putting a little bit more establishing lines in the edges of what I'm doing, because I really, really want, almost to the point, like, let me get this black juicy thing in here. It's going to be my background bleed. Let me get some water. And so what I really want to take advantage of is this. All this dark fodder, I guess is the best word. And it's kind of establishing like
No.
trees and you can paint with your excess as well. So you drag it around. And you start to learn how far you can take that loaded up brush with this beautiful ink and just let it do its thing. So
Doing fine.
for that little sketch there, I've just used this mostly as like that makes sense?
Absolutely.
And the faster you just accept that it's going to do its own thing, the more you kind of enjoy the fact that it does its own thing. So that was more of like how I wanted to use it for the edges. I like to use that for the sky a lot too. Obviously, this particular instance is not the sky, but I do enjoy when I kind of use that because it's got so many blues in it. It makes a really good sky. And if I decide I'm going to do that, obviously there's not any sky in this, but if I decide, like, let's say here, I pretend that there's sky in this spot, then I'll use a lot more white space with it and kind of treat it like clouds in between. And it makes a really good sky to use the edges. And then I'll put different details in there, but I'm going to actually restart this on a real piece, but I just kind of wanted to use that because I just kept going because I'm a nerd. All right, let me grab my other sketchbook. I hope you guys are still drawing along and not trying to keep up with the pace I just did. I hope I didn't establish a scared moment there. Where did that one go? Yeah. Looking for a bigger sketchbook that I thought I had nearby. Do my old. Problem I'm running into is I ran out. My overhead thing has lost its tension, and I'm working on getting a new one. But now, I just hope you guys are steadily drawing on your own. Does anybody have any questions, or you all hopefully enjoying this?
Yeah.
Yes.
Awesome.
Yes, definitely. Learning a lot here.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hope you learned like I did, and just be faster than you think.
Yeah, that's that's my problem too.
Yeah.
Trying to draw everything exactly instead of just sketching it in.
Yeah, and using the side of this thing is sometimes, again, just getting that. You don't have to get all the angles in this, just get that shape in there, and now you can work on
Yeah.
angles with the pen. And
Yeah, I like using that Tombow because I can't abandon the pencil yet,
yeah,
and that's not good. So this is a good way to help me abandon the pencil and
Yeah.
still, be working with a marker. So that's good.
and it's very I think the marker just gives you a little bit of forgiveness, so you don't feel so like I could just be so wrong on a line, and I can just go right back over it, and it really just becomes just part of the shadow of it, so you don't
Yeah.
feel so like, oh, that line was so wrong. And I really run into that with like buildings and stuff like that. I need that perspective to be,
Right.
giving me a little bit more. There's a lot of, again, fodder in this painting. I apologize if I gave y'all. There's a lot, but hopefully it's more enjoyed rather than feared.
Yeah.
Jess, I still like the flares also.
Which one?
The flare?
Flare, the pen?
Yeah,
What's that one?
it's, Chris, you use it all the time.
Yeah.
It's a paper
Just a Parker Flare, just a regular Flare pen.
What
Yeah.
is it?
Papermate flare.
Papermate, that's right. Yeah. It's a felt tip.
It sounds familiar, but I'm having trouble picturing what it is.
Okay, I'll hold it up.
Yeah,
You
I
can
got one
see me.
somewhere, too.
You have to flag you.
Too bad.
See,
See you.
Yeah, I've got one too.
I like them.
Are they water soluble?
Yeah,
Oh, cool. I
yeah.
never tried one.
Well, they're really. I think that they don't give all the great color that the Elegant Rider does, but it really gives a nice. It bleeds really well.
Oh,
Yeah, I have a pilot that I think I really like for bleeding too. Let's see if I have handy. It's this guy here. The Pilot Uniball, maybe? I don't remember. I have bought pens in mass quantity at like a shop, and they're like, $2.99, $3.99. I'll just buy them all. I'm like, I wonder if any of these bleed, and I'll just buy them all because I want to try them.
Atta girl.
Yeah, if I was the sort of shop, or if they don't bleed, it just how do they feel when you draw with them? How are they? And so I've discovered a couple new ones, and next time I have to be around, maybe I can share new ones. But somehow I'm sharing the same pen I shared when I did this, how many years ago? It has definitely become a tried and true for me, but and then for this guy over here, I'm kind of just putting that this is going to be established as a darker side. And I think just seeing this is dark, this is light, I don't feel like that. Is this line a contour line for a box, or is this a contour line for you know, a piece of a letter or a piece of a stripe. So it helps me kind of also, you know the difference. So I'll put a line in and I'm like, is that a, I like to draw in contour drawing when I'm drawing something a little bit more seriously. If you know what I mean by contour, just I see a highlight, so I'll draw a line where it's going to be darker and I'll draw a line, you know. So this I think kind of gives me that little bit of, hey, this is darker because there's a pen showing me it's darker. All right, where's this guy headed at? And he's about right there. So see, like I took this line further than I think where I want his head to be. So I'm gonna actually, even though the line's further, this is such a forgiving marker, I'm just gonna, that's now part of his hat. So again, why not? So I'm putting in the little billfold because that's darker. Don't want to have to try to establish his face yet, but I can still do all that and not worry that whatever I just did won't necessarily translate. And I can mound his shape in. And then if I don't like the way an arm or something lies, well, great, now it's just a shadow. It's not actually his arm anymore. Ooh, that foreshortening leg shape is interesting. Anybody have any questions? I'm sick of hearing myself talk. No, I'm kidding.
It's very soothing, Jess.
Aw. Thanks. I talk all day for a living. I am a very not creative person in my job at all, so this always ends up being a really nice reprieve, but sometimes I'm sick of my own voice. I work for, I'm a service advisor at a dealership, and it's not my dream job, but I do love cars and I love being around people. So, for at least that combo. But yes, lots of explaining why things do what they do on cars all day long. All right, so I got the Tombow, I think, did its major part of what I would consider here the flavor of everything. This don't really matter so much there. And this kind of goes to about here, goes back up. All right, let's get a little trusty here. It's about the time when Chris goes, all right, guys.
30 seconds.
30 seconds. Throwdown coming up. And I'm like, wait, I just got to get a little wet on there. And I've also learned to don't finish the line that you're drawing. Give it very a broken spot because A, it gives you a way back out. That was something I had to learn too, to not just draw the whole. So see how instead of just drawing all that, I would basically break it. And then that way, if I needed to fix something, like, yeah, I should have curved that. Oh, good. I just gave myself a space or breathing room.
That's a good tip.
Seems to work better for me. It took me a while to like, but it also helps me make that line. Like nobody can do lines like Jamie Howard or sure and straight line, but if I'm doubting that the line's ending where I want it to end, I kind of get them where they're across from each other and then find that joining the lines that you made are easier. Now I'm slowing down a little bit just because I've used some of this base, but I like where this line ended and began, so now I've got a really good line to help me follow. And you'll notice I'm using this mostly on its edge. You can get it pretty thick and juicy if you really want to. You turn it on that, because technically it's a calligraphy pen. I don't know if anybody caught that.
That's what I thought they were.
Yeah,
I've used them years ago for calligraphy. I never thought to draw with them.
yeah, it's just the ink they use is just a treat. That's the thing. And I can't say I invented this or discovered this on my own. I ran across one little old YouTuber who was using it one day, and I went out and bought one that day, and it has been my favorite tool since. And the very first time I got to go out sketching with you guys, I had it with me, and don't really like sketching for like what I see in front of me kind of thing. I'm more of a study it and learn and figure out exactly how it moves and works and all that kind of person. And so that was terrifying for me, but also I loved it at the same time. Again, I will praise to anybody who listens the life-changing that urban sketching's done for me, because it keeps me actually drawing when I normally wouldn't be. All right.
I'm glad we're recording this, Jess, because it's a wonderful testimonial to the art of urban sketching.
Yeah. It's
just,
definitely-
it's think quickly and just do it. Just put the pen to paper and don't worry about the perfection.
And that's coming from me, a perfectionist. I mean, really,
Yeah.
I really have an entire different mindset about art, and my normal art's more creative. Just, the art that I do for detailed is more creative. It's a more me. It's less just me copying and thinking this is a pretty thing, I want to paint it, instead of I want to paint it, but it's going to have a whole different flavor that you're going to know it's just Shippy and not just. And I've learned that from sketching. And I thought sketchbooks all had to be, I know they're supposed to be practice, but every one of them had to have a good page on it. Anything that was practice, I like tore out and threw away if it didn't look like something good. So it's definitely been a, I don't know, life changer for me. I hate to say it, but I prefer sketching now over like plein air and creating full. I'm almost frustrated. I'm like, I just want a sketchbook right now. I wish I wasn't out here doing a plein air. I want to sketch.
I feel the same way about it.
Yeah.
It's just not as intimidating as a blank canvas.
Mm.
It's just a piece of paper.
Yep.
You can throw it away if you don't like it.
I know. I still do have the fear of like, I really want this to be a piece that I sketch through, and everybody goes, ooh, ah, as opposed to like that contour sketch of a person that I did in 30 seconds, getting my 100 people in. But I still definitely feel like there's a lot accomplished. All right, I've got these here.
There's definitely a learning curve to these tombos.
Yeah. They're really just meant to, I think, get you some light and dark information faster.
Yeah.
I can get really fun with just carrying 3 of them with me, and really just getting that like light dark. Especially if I'm doing a landscape or tree line or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see.
That would
There's
be
one.
good.
There's one if I could find it. Oh, where's that one sketchbook? Yeah, I'll show you this one I did almost entirely.
Easy to make a mess. I just sure made a big mess, but
Oh, with the elegant or with the Tombow?
combo.
Oh, really?
Well, I thought I was going to put the little shadows in on the flag, and it just went. Bloop.
Let me see. There's one.
That's
Yeah, but
okay.
it probably looks great, Phyllis.
Yeah, right.
Oh, remember I was telling you about Stadler. This is the
Yeah.
way the Stadler bleeds.
Oh, wow.
And that's why I like the brown, because it bleeds
Oh,
with the
yeah.
pink. Yeah.
Love that.
Beautiful.
So that's why I
Remember that one.
those brown Stadlers, yeah. But I was trying to find, I have an example of where I did purely Tombow. Yeah, this right here was both the Elegant Rider and the Tombow, but it was just a marsh scene over in Dutton. But I was able to get all the lights and the darks done specifically with the Tombow before I went back in, and then use the Elegant Rider to create the shadows and the tiers, I guess you could say, the dark. I know I have
Yeah, I
more.
think it would be fun or easier for me, like doing trees and stuff like that with it.
Yeah,
Because you can really do your foliage. with
right.
easy.
Yeah, and I was hoping to find something actually with foliage to kind of represent it, but you can kind of see here, this is a combination of the two as well.
Yeah.
And that's where I used the Elegant Rider more for sky, and almost not really at all for the rest, just a couple little dark spots. That was about it. But that's a good example of that. But the fun thing is when you bring color into it, when you bring like this right here is the Elegant Rider, and then I used, what are those things called? They're like those little, they're water soluble crayons. And
Oh, yeah.
you just basically can like sketch in with them, and then you can kind of see that they're a crayon when you get up really close.
What, like the Neo colors?
Yeah. What are they called? They're bugging me. I have them in the other room, but
Neo color or Neo color 2?
it's pretty much those. Yeah. Who makes those? I cannot remember.
That's the Koran.
Yeah.
Koran Darj.
Yes, Carnage. Yes, that's
Koran
exactly.
Darj.
Yeah. That's exactly what those are. And I used to just carry that in the very, very, very beginning. Those are some of my earliest urban sketch group. I think we were at the town center, believe it or not, of all places.
Yeah, that was a good sketch.
Yeah.
Yes.
It was surprisingly a good sketch.
Those buildings are so unique because every one of those companies have like their own little building that I think they don't have to adhere to as many standards maybe when they're building. I don't
Yeah.
know. Just seems like you would get, this building has like 3 huge archways, and this one has beautiful little cornices, and this, I don't know if I'm using all the right words, but
Be close.
yeah, I'm not, I've got the architecture tingles going. I know they're right over here going to be an architecture, like listening to what I call those things.
No.
No, yeah, I don't know if I want to hear about that. All right, so let's see. This guy's got to commit to this guy. We'll slow down a little bit because I'm not good at people. I really gotta I gotta slow down for people.
I had to leave my man out. I got so involved in trying to do the thing. I just did the board all the way down. It's kind of hard to do a man on top of it.
Yeah, how are we doing on time? What's funny is I'll sit here and I'll sketch and sketch and sketch. And then when I hit the water, I think I take the water, like I take 5 minutes of water slap, I call it.
Yeah.
That's why I always get funny. I always laugh because I'll sit there and draw and draw and draw, and then I'll get the like, all right, everybody. And I'm like, let me get the water. Everybody's like getting up and walking over, and I'm like throwing it down on the ground, all dripping. Ooh, yeah, I'm slowing down well a lot right here because I am scared with the glasses. I'm holding my breath. I can't breathe right now. Oh, people make me stressed out. I think it's because I feel responsible for like the way somebody looks, you know?
Yeah, you'll never see him again.
I know. I know. It is definitely I hated drawing people my whole life. Like I just hate it. I didn't want to do anatomy. I didn't want to draw people. I wanted to draw cats and dogs, and I was such an animal lover person. And so that was all I ever wanted to do.
That's me.
Yeah, and so I did portraiture and I think honestly, I gotta give the Urban Sketchers that kudos too. I really didn't even want to, and then I started to draw them, and I was like, this is kind of fun. I actually don't mind it. But yes, not necessarily making it a perfect match, but it was fun learning about ice cream cone people. And I don't know if anybody's ever heard that term or
No. Heard
You
of
know what I
Keurig
mean.
people.
Architectural people.
architecture. I was saying ice cream cone people.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Is that what they are? Are they architectural?
Yeah.
Okay.
And my daughter calls them poncho people.
Yeah, that's
Everybody's wearing a poncho.
Yeah.
little stick legs, but somehow
Yep.
you see a whole person walking. It's pretty cool how
Yeah,
much.
just for scale.
Yeah, and that is the biggest thing I've ever had to learn was let the human brain have a chance at it and not
Yep.
your lines. That's like the numero uno thing I think I've ever learned. It's like I really want to draw what I see. Guess what? We fill in a lot of blanks.
It's perfect.
And you can see I'm not committing to a lot of these shapes with my little sketches, but
Looking pretty darn good. Tell you what.
again, people scare me still.
30 seconds.
Stop. It worked. I literally got faster when you said that. Muscle memory, I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
This guy, my chicken leg. I am drawing off the screen here. Sorry. All right. How are we doing on time? We got 8:40. What do we end this at 9, right?
Yes.
Okay. We have to have time for everybody to throw down. Oh
You guys can't hear my dog, can you?
no.
I gotta go let him out.
Aw. Any of you guys who've gotten further in this painting, I'm going to be more impressed by the amount of detail that you are able to catch because there's a lot of stuff going on. I might have asked a lot of you all today. But if you go through my album and my photos lately, it's a bunch of trucks and mud and more mud, more trucks, trees, forest. Have not been around a lot of architecture. Kind of stuff at least we would normally like downtown. It's crazy that I do. I won't say that. I just went to St. Augustine and sketched and drew. And I'm like, I'll take some photos for this weekend and then I'll have some stuff to send. And then I never did. Didn't think of it. I was drawing, and then turned it all in and was cooked in the sun.
Did you go to the plein air thing?
Yeah, the founders thing.
And so what did you do? Did you paint or sketch in your sketchbook or what?
I played with gouache. I really wanted to it was a really easy way to pack light.
Yeah.
And still do something like I had some wood panels and yeah, it was pretty good. I was like 80% happy with what I produced.
I signed up for that, but I didn't go because it was
Yeah,
too darn hot.
it was,
Me too.
I actually made myself, I was kind of bummed with myself. I did go and I'm like, oh, I'll find a spot in the shade. And it started to rain a little bit. I'm like, okay, it's not that bad. I'll just head out and go now. And then as I sat there, the sun came out and I started to cook and I was too lazy to get up and go pack up my stuff or carry all my stuff because I was solo and go get like either some sunscreen or some water. So I just sat there. I was like, oh, I'll just knock this out real quick. And then I couldn't get everything established the way I wanted it to. And so I kept doing it over. And in the end, I cooked and fried my arm extremely badly. And like I said, did a painting I was like 80% happy with. I did one of the Bridge of Lions sitting over there on the concrete. And now I got to figure out a way to go get it from St. Augustine on a work day. All right, I'm going to put a little bit of the...
I can get it for you if you need to. Just let me know, Jess.
Oh, yeah, they're asking, hey, if anybody want to come pick this up? And I'm like, yeah, the person who was going to, one of my Bronco friends was going to, and she had to leave town suddenly. For a really family emergency, pretty bad one too. So they said, no worries, we'll have it in our storage room here. Just, we don't have a lot of room, so as soon as you can. I'm like, I'm sorry. So yeah, if anybody wants to go pick it up, just say my name, they'll give it to you.
Idalise is down there. She can just pick it up and then bring it to the next thing she goes to.
Who is?
Idalise, she lives down there.
Oh yeah, if anybody who's willing to do that for me, that would be amazing. I
I'll ask her.
tend not to do a lot of these things just because I always worry this exact thing's gonna happen. They're like, you gonna go? I'm like, yeah, but if I leave art, how am I gonna get it on a Tuesday between 10 and 2 when I work full time? It's always my struggle. All right, let's see if I can get...
Oh, these tombos do look good. Oh, that helped a lot.
I can get you there a little sooner, at least believing you're gonna get there sooner, right?
Well, it helps get that shadow that you wanted.
Yeah.
You didn't quite get.
And then don't be afraid to bring color into it. Like just let the bleeding of it. So if I like take, I'll have this little palette right here. Oops, wobble, wobble, wobble. If I want to get some color, I've got this here. You can see how it kind of turns into its own little combo. Some people, you can kind of embrace it a little bit. Now it could get a little muddy fast if you try to work the same area, but if you don't, it just kind of does its own little extra thing. And that's another way you can, I didn't touch into it too much, but worth mentioning. Especially over here where I want it dark.
You just got everything in there.
Mm.
You got everything in there.
Everything and where?
You got the whole. You didn't miss anything in the photograph.
Oh, yeah. And I'm not teaching this because I'm a teacher for this, but gosh, I have learned so much about white space.
Hmm.
Just leave some white space. Even if it doesn't look like it belongs there, just leave it there. I don't know why, but it works. All right. Start to let some of this magic happen here.
So Jess, that color, that's coming from the Elegant Writer, correct?
Which one? Not the red.
That bluish.
The blue, yeah, that's just water. Yeah, I was getting the red going, and then I was like, let me go back and do this part here. I think I just wanted those pops of red figured out pretty quickly. I sometimes will just do like a monotone and then still let the writer kind of do its, be the flavor, I guess.
It's just such a nice color.
It is, it really is. It's so blue but not like, it's like denim.
Yeah.
What I like about it is you can treat it almost like an ink wash once you got some stuff on your brush. And again, the Tombow is pretty much just about disappearing. Like you almost, when I'm done, you almost won't know that I used it. Can't wait to see what you guys create.
We can't wait to show you.
You're so funny, Jamie. Just the way you said that was almost ominous.
Oh, that's how I feel about it.
Oh, you're funny. One thing I did not plan for tonight was dinner. It'd be a late night for me.
Jess, that is really beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
Love that technique. It really is nice.
Yeah.
I'm glad you guys are enjoying it. Kind of like the red just being all by itself, just one little sample color. It is really the only color and everything. I didn't realize that when I picked this, that it is just a only color in this painting, other than, trees and stuff, but and the blue. Kind of cool. Lean into it. A bit of a fine point brush.
I love everybody gets so quiet when they're intently drawing.
I know, I feel like I run out of things to say. Right. And now I'm going to use this Tombow. The third way I use it is a bit of a cheat, which is you can still drag some of this color around. Because the Tombow itself doesn't put out this much color, but it's going to drag this around some more. It's way more fun when it goes where it wants, but if you want a little control, this gives it to you. Yes, I'll attempt some of that blue. Using this little thing to just kind of hit the other side of the American flag. What are we thinking, guys?
We're thinking it looks really good, Jess.
You guys, how are you thinking? I need to borrow Patrick over there to help me get some lettering.
Oh, you're doing fine.
Huh? What'd you
You're
say?
doing great.
You know what? I've got a red micron. Check out my cheat code here. Heck yeah.
What I have a tendency to forget about, Jess, is how fun it is to watch.
Yeah.
You know, we
I know.
all,
I'm hoping y'all put some of these.
yeah, we're all grinding on our own sketches, and I'd rather be watching you.
Some days I definitely am mad that I knock something out and look up and see what you finished, and I'm like, oh, I want to see how he did that.
No.
Too many letters. Where are we at? We got R, V, C, E. And if you guys want to draw some of those other ones I uploaded, just didn't give enough thought to the time frames. Definitely, I'd love to see you guys play with the general store. Now I've got this fine tip pen called a finito, if you guys care, but just any kind of fine tip. Just to put all this fun little polka dots of words. We got lead nice and big. But I think getting all that little lettering and those little hardware nuggets are really key to just making it have a little bit more character. Because the gas pump to me was a little blah till that. So you got a lock right here.
Jess, it's 8:59.
All right, you can somewhat stop there. I'm gonna do one last little like establishing of some darks that I missed. Oops, that pen has red on it. Ha ha ha. Just want to push this stuff back a little bit. Get that juicy grab right there. And then here's the little fun little extra where I just kind of go me, 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 me. Me, 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 me. And let the edges do some fun stuff. Kind of bleed away. All right, well, I will probably go back in and put some darks in if I had more time. That darker combo marker would be a really good way to cheat through that. So, whoa, sorry about that. So I grabbed a 45. And it's got a couple spots I just want a little bit darker. Kind of put some punch back into some places maybe. Or I didn't get it as established. We can go a little lighter. I want to get some things with a little bit more contrast that we're missing. I think that helps punch that a lot better. Yeah, I like that better. All right, guys. I guess let's share what we got, right?
It's an
Right.
awesome sketch. It's an awesome sketch, Jess.
So
Thanks.
good.
Yeah, that's
Really
beautiful.
Yep.
Very
Hey,
nice.
zoom out with it. All right. Well, can
Very
we
nice.
see everybody else that he wants to share? Thank you.
Yeah, well, place the spotlight.
Oh, who's that?
Nice.
Yeah.
That's really
Judy.
nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. What'd you end up using? Oh, Judy's muted.
Judy's muted. Yep.
And
Well, Judy, we like that. Hopefully you can hear us.
I think I unmuted her. Not sure. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I did something else. I don't
Oh,
know.
no. Judy.
I don't know what I did to Judy. I hope I didn't get rid of her. I think I got rid of her. Sorry, Judy.
No.
It's the wrong
The
button.
highlighter.
Oh, wait a minute. Here we go.
Oh no, my video.
Oh,
Okay.
her video. Yeah, she needs to turn her video back on.
Mine does that too. It just decides to switch to lettering. You just have to turn your video on manually.
Weird.
There you are. And I can hear you.
There we go.
Good.
I thought that the marker, I mean, that the pen I had was water soluble. As it turns out, it is until it dries and then you can't move it again. So that's why I didn't get the effect I was looking for.
No,
But hey, it was a fun class.
it was good to do the shadows with though, right?
Yeah.
Light marker.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I have the Tombos, 95, 65, and 45.
Okay, nice. Well, thank you for sharing.
Who else? Go.
Jamie, what do you got?
Oh, hold on. Let's see if I can spotlight.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Very nice.
My
Yeah.
favorite part was the little guy.
What'd you
That's a
say?
good.
I like the guy.
Yeah, the guy had to be part of it. Great. No,
Yeah.
that's I think why I picked it because I
That
was
looks
like,
great.
just like the little dude in there.
Love it.
My gas tank's leaning.
So is mine, Jamie.
Feel better. Lisa, let's
Yeah.
see.
Oh yeah.
Ooh, nice.
I got it. I
Nice.
Very
used too
nice.
heavy
Very
on
nice.
the elegant writer right here, so I had to kind of fight with it a little bit.
No, it just
It
pushes
gives it a
everything.
rustic look.
Yeah.
It
That's
really
good.
looks good.
Just set that area a little further back. That's all.
I like how you did the flag too.
Yeah.
I used
Yeah.
a red flare.
Nice. Okay, yes, I do know that
Ah.
pen now that I can see it. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. And that is water soluble too. So
Yeah.
yeah. Thank you.
Cool.
Who else? Oh, there's.
How about Patrick? What do you
Hey,
got?
Ruth.
We got Ruth. Ruth. Oh, very nice.
Wait a minute. Replace spotlight.
Oh, Ruth.
Wow.
Ruth,
Oh, wow.
Very nice.
Wow.
Two of them.
Look at you.
Wow.
Oh
Yeah.
gosh.
Little guy
Nice.
over there. I like the little guy
Look
Very
at
good.
yes.
over there.
That's awesome.
Very nice.
Good
Got
job.
the guy in there. Cool.
You're playing along with everything with all the little paint tubes. Looks great.
Yeah, couldn't unmute.
I like your Pillsbury doughboy on the back there,
Oh
Ruth.
my
That's
goodness.
awesome.
How'd you like it? Is that your first time using the Elegant Writers, or did you get
It
the?
is. I actually ordered them on Amazon yesterday, so they'd get here today. And
Oh, yay! What do you
Nice.
think?
I think once you get the hang of it, it's good. It's good. At first, I was using half of that and half of my Micron pen, and then I realized that's not going to do me any good. I
Oh,
love
yeah.
the Tombos. I love Tombos. So, but this
Yeah.
is a different way to play with them. So, yeah, it's cool.
Awesome.
Who else?
Anyone else?
Chris?
Yo,
Wait, here's
Yeah.
Patrick. Let's
Let's
see
see.
Patrick.
we got
Oh,
Patrick going there. Yeah, Patrick. Nice.
yeah.
Very
Oh,
nice.
you saw. You were eyeballing that other one, weren't you? I'm so glad to see you did that. That's awesome.
I like how the guy's eyeing the soda.
Yeah.
It's hot. He's thirsty.
He's thirsty.
That's awesome, Patrick.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Anybody else?
Chris?
I'll throw mine up there.
Yeah.
You can see, I did the,
Oh,
I had
yeah.
a
Nice.
Very
water,
nice.
water soluble pen. I didn't have the Tombow.
Oh,
Water
gotcha.
soluble pen.
Nice.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's great.
My
Very
guy
good.
got sort of blotted out, but
I love all the character you got out of that. That's
kind of
awesome.
fun.
A lot of action.
Yeah.
It's got
Awesome.
a nice look to it, though.
Yeah,
It's a fun subject.
you got that crispy little white spot up there. I lost mine. I meant to leave it there, and the red flew over there. I'm like, no. But
And Chris, the rest is watercolor, right?
Yeah, I sort of muddied it up. I've got a lot of soluble ink, and then I came back with just some touches of color to try to
Okay.
brighten it up. But it's fun.
Yeah.
Very
I
nice.
hope you enjoyed it.
Thank you. Yeah, Jess, that was a great subject.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Yeah.
There's Karen.
Karen Wendland.
Wow.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Very nice.
Oh, very
Love it.
nice.
Oh, beautiful, Karen.
Yeah.
Very
Yeah.
nice.
Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah.
Very nice, Karen.
Great.
Hey, who else?
Yeah, excellent.
Joanna, can we see yours?
Sure.
Oh,
Oh,
nice. Look at this
Lovely.
man. Wow.
very
Oh,
nice.
you leaned into
Very
the pens
nice.
really well. You
Got
like
a
that.
really nice.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's
I
good.
really enjoyed it. I
Guys,
have fun playing with those.
That's what I like. They are fun. And sometimes you get so stressed out. It's like it really does bring some joy back to
Yep.
the stress of your art.
Mhm.
It can look messy, but it's kind of pretty messy.
Yeah.
Yeah, your person is excellent too. He's
Yeah.
a
Oh, thank
relaxed
you.
look.
Uh-huh.
Without the socks and shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
How about Phyllis?
Well, trying to get used to this Tombow, but I
I
try to do the whole thing in Tombow.
Wonderful.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
Phyllis.
wonderful.
nice. That's awesome.
Phyllis,
Really
that's an
nice.
awesome
Great.
sketch.
Great.
Good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good.
I found out right here, you can't go, if it's already wet, then to go back over it with the Tombow.
Yeah.
It just really got too dark in the paper because it's just regular paper on a sketch pad. But yeah, the
Very nice.
Tombows are fun. I think I want to do more of these in Tombow.
Yeah. Nice.
Awesome.
Hey,
Nice.
who's
Very nice.
halfway seen? Diane?
Well, mine, I was watching more because I'm this newbie. Mine looks more like Rosie. I gotta do it like this.
Oh, I see.
Kind of looks like Rosie,
The
Jetsons,
Jetsons.
the
Yeah.
Jetsons name.
You're so
Oh.
cute.
I like it.
Very nice.
Nice work.
Great.
And the guy, I couldn't really, I finally just got fed up with the guy. So all your guys are great. I gotta
See?
practice guys.
It's easy to
So
get fed
I-
up with guys, I'm telling you.
No, I didn't mean it like that.
I know, right? It's crazy. I swear it took me as long to draw the guy as like the rest of the painting. I swear I spent more time. I
Yeah.
have to slow way
Well,
down.
I started my guy and he just looks really sad. So I just stopped.
Yeah.
Can't live with them and can't paint them.
Exactly. That's exactly right.
Can I quote you on that, Phyllis?
But it was a lot of fun. It really was
Yeah.
a lot of
I
fun
hope
to
you
do.
guys had fun. That's what matters.
Yes.
Yeah, it was.
We had fun. Thank
Great.
you, Jess.
You
Hey,
A
enjoyed
lot of
Hey,
really
Ruth.
good information
Let's
too,
do a group
Jeff.
shot where we put them all up together.
Yes, let's do
Okay.
a group shot.
Okay, put them all up and I will do the, if I can, let's see.
Okay, hold on. I've
What
got
happened to Karen? She left the room. Karen, we want your painting up.
green.
Show us your painting. She's not hearing me. All right, I'm just gonna take it anyway. All right, got it.
All right.
Thanks,
Nice job.
guys. That was a blast. I'm always so scared to present, but you guys always make me
Jess,
feel
Oh, it was
No,
great.
really
Yeah.
special
Yeah.
about it.
Oh,
We love it when you put us
Thank you so much
present.
for doing that for us.
Yeah, thank you so much. Yes, that was great. It was last minute and Jess came through as we knew she would. So thank you so
Wow.
much.
Yeah, that was fun, Jeff.
Wow.
That
It-
just
Thank
goes to
you.
show we have so many talented people in this
Yes.
group.
We do.
Absolutely.
Yes, Chris, Lisa, Jamie, all of y'all just do
such wonderful things, and and you give us good tidbits and tips that really help us. I learned a lot tonight, so it was
Yep.
great.
Me
Awesome.
too.
That's what it's all about.
You betcha.
Mhm.
I did want to say something, Jess was talking about urban sketching and what it did for her. And for me, it took my sketching and my drawing, like I'm like 150% better than I was when I started. I mean, and I know we've been sketching for 5 years, but it's amazing. I'm not really scared to sketch anything except people. And I'm really gonna start tackling those this year. It's just a matter of just doing it, and
Confidence. Yeah.
I tend to not do it, but it's like anything else. There's a lot of you that don't want to do buildings. You just gotta do it.
Yeah.
And I just gotta do the people. But urban sketching has made me draw. And just like many of you, it's made you actually draw. I used to do a lot of paintings and never draw at all. And I know a lot of artists that still do a lot of paintings and don't draw.
Mm.
Mm.
That was me for years. Yeah.
Yeah. But hasn't it changed your whole art, Jess?
Yes.
Started urban sketching?
Yeah, like I said, it's given more character to everything that I do. And now even when I paint, I think I hurry up a little bit more and don't hem and haw on the details.
Mhm.
And some people might say that I've lost some of my detail work, but I think I've gained a lot more character in my art.
Oh yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
A little bit more me. But thank you, guys.
Absolutely.
I appreciate you inviting me into your homes tonight.
Oh, wonderful, Jess.
I appreciate
you.
you.
Thank you for
Thank
doing
you
it.
so
Yeah,
much.
thank you so much.
Thank you, Jess.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right.
Thanks, Jess.
You guys all have a great week.
Thank
You do the
you.
same.
You too.
too.
Thank
Y'all
you.
too.
Good night,
Take care.
everybody.
Sketchy, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
We'll
Bye-bye.
see you.
Bye.
Thank you again, Jess.
Of
Thank
course,
you.
anytime.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye.